2 minutes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Balik muna tayo dito sa ating bayan. Masyado lang malayo, inaabot natin. To our Mr. Witness, some questions lang po, no?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Balik tayo sa ating bayan. What do you mean?
Nabanggit nyo kahapon na 20 years na ho kayo sa NBI.
12 years, Your Honor.
Be specific, anong year po nakapasok?
2014, Your Honor. Nagsimula po ako from the NBI Academy.
2014?
2014, 12 years na po, Your Honor.
Hindi 20 years.
Hindi 20 years, Your Honor. 12, Your Honor.
12 years. So, kailan ho kayo nag-head ng cybercrime?
February 2023, Your Honor.
February of 2023. Maupay na adlaw pala.
Maupay po nga adlaw gyapon, sir.
And to our prosecutor,
May hapon, sir. May hapon.
po, maupay na kulop.
Maupay man.
Kailan ho kayo naging RD?
July 2025, sir.
July 2025. So, naging cybercrime head kayo February of 2023.
3, sir.
Before that, saan ho kayo na-assign?
Chief ng Digital Forensics, sir, 2022.
2020. Anyway. So, meron ho bang nag-recommend sa inyo or wala na? Nag-apply lang kayo? O sino
Ng ano po, sir?
naging head kayo ng
Anong
cybercrime?
pinupunto na ito ni Bogo?
As Chief of
Bungol
the
to eh.
Forensics, I was
Si
designated
Bunggol to eh. Mr.
Assistant
CLTG.
Director Medardo J. De Lemos. Then as Chief of the Cybercrime Division, I was also designated by the then Director Medardo J. De Lemos.
Na-establish na kahapon yung credibility niya.
Na-assign?
2016, I think anti-organized crime and transnational crime.
Up to 2020.
AOTCD, yun, Your Honor. Then 2018, nasa Cybercrime Division na po.
So, hindi po kayo head doon.
Hindi pa, as an investigation agent po, noong 2018, sir.
Anyway, nabanggit niyo po kanina about sworn affidavit. And then nabanggit niyo about journalists, no? Na part nung press conference. Tama ho ba?
Yes, sir.
Marami sila, di ba? Marami
Opo.
nabanggit sa
Yes, Your
mga
Honor.
nakarang araw, including last week, di ba? Bakit ho ba, bakit po hindi kinuha ang sariling sworn affidavit ng mga journalists na personal na naroon po sa press conference? Sa halip ay
Doon sila.
ng agents.
Kinuha yung affidavit nila.
po
Yun
ng
nga yung pinaresubmit ng DOJ.
sabi po ninyo. Bakit hindi nyo pinursige yung
Hindi
mga
ka nakikinig.
affidavit doon sa...
Yes, Your Honor. Nung nag-appear po yung mga media personalities na nag-participate nung online press conference at the November 23, 2024, may kasama ho silang lawyer, and then we want to them to execute an affidavit. Ang advice sa kanila ng lawyer, hindi na raw. Pwede lang sila mag-participate ng interview. Pwede sila mag-sign sa minutes of meeting. So hindi na po namin pinilit.
So wala hong journalists or mga vloggers na kasama po doon sa sworn affidavit. Wala ho.
It doesn't matter.
Purely puro po ito sa
It doesn't
NBI.
matter.
NBI lang po.
Yes,
May
sir.
interview sila eh.
Ng lawyer nila na mag-execute sila ng affidavit. Okay. Pero may kasama po silang lawyer doon, sir.
Yung mga detalye pong nakasaad sa inyong affidavit tungkol sa naganap na press conference, galing ho ba ito sa personal knowledge ng mga agents o batay po sa sinabi ng mga journalists na nakasaad
Interview nga eh. Anak ka ng tipaklo.
ng agents pagkatapos?
Yes,
si
Your Honor.
Absent.
Q&A, yung mode nung interview at nag-reflect ho yan doon sa minutes of meeting, and then nag-execute ng affidavit yung nag-interview na
May
agent.
appearance sila.
Ano yung mga dokumento na yun, sir?
Mako-consider mo ba ito na second-hand account?
No.
Siguro, naging
Sino gumawa na itong questionnaire ni Bongo?
sinabi.
Ano
Hindi eh.
pong interpret, sir?
I mean, kung batay po ito sa second-hand account, paano nyo
Gusto
masisiguro?
niya palabasin na hearsay.
Walang naidagdag, hindi na misinterpret sa pagitan ng aktual na sinabi ng mga journalists at mga nakasulat sa inyong affidavit.
Bungol ka, Bongo. Isa ka pa.
Anyway, inauthenticate namin yung video mula simula hanggang sa matapos.
Mr. Pasakit talaga to si Bongo. Eh.
Sa tunay na nangyari. That's the reason why transcribe din ng ating agent on case kung ano laman ng video, kung ano yung naging tanungan doon para hindi ko kami mawala sa investigasyon namin. And in fact, Your Honor, when we try to establish whether or not nag-utter ba talaga ang Vice Presidente na may kinausap na siyang tao para pumatay sa tatlo, na confirm namin ito nung November 26 video kasi ni-reiterate ng Vice Presidente, inadmit niya instead
threat
na
niya.
sinabi niyang hindi ko sinabi yon. Sinabi niya nung November 26 na video na indeed may kinausap na siyang tao para pumatay doon sa
Yes,
tatlo. So,
kinonfirm niya 2
yung
times.
investigation na sa ang tawag po namin doon is admission against interest doon po sa ginawa ni Vice President during the November 26, 2024, sir.
Anyway, last question na lang po on sedition. No? How do you reconcile the fact that the Vice President discouraged her supporters from going to the streets with a claim of inciting to sedition?
Ano po yung, sorry, sir?
On sedition charges, di ba?
Yes, sir.
How do you reconcile the fact that the Vice President discouraged her supporters from going to the streets with a claim of inciting to sedition?
Wala sa kalsada.
Your Honor, specifically in the case of People versus Nabong, it is not necessary na magkaroon ng actual sedition. The law also penalizes if the seditious words
Utterances.
would
seditious
encourage
words.
people to do illegal acts or to
Yes.
overthrow the government. In other words, if the speeches would stir up the people to go against the government, if the speeches would disturb the peace of the community, if the speeches would undermine public order and public security, hindi ho necessary na magkaroon ng actual na sedition. That's under
Meron
law,
po
sir.
bang nagawa yung Vice Presidente na gaya ng sinasabi niyo ngayon?
Nagawa pong inciting to sedition, sir? Based sa findings namin, sir, yes. Based po sa findings namin. Ganito po ang nangyari. Kinumpare po namin based on the content and context of the utterances made by the Vice President in November 23, 2024.
Parang
Yeah.
mas ano ngayon si
Vice President in October
Ano,
18, 2024.
si Loto ka, mas aggressive
Vice President
kaysa kahapon.
6, November 2024. And other facts and circumstances, nung trinay po namin i-compare siya, may nakita ho kami ng mga utterances that would stir up the people against the government. For example, Your Honor, noong October 18, ang sabi ng Vice Presidente, walang number 1 ang Pilipinas na to, hanggang number 2 lang po para sa akin. Wala itong number 1. Yung paraho
Walang
namin,
presidente.
November 23, ang sabi doon sa November 23, I do not recognize anybody above me. It's a reiteration doon sa kanyang sinabi. That's number 1, Your Honor. Then number 2, may sinabi siya noong October 18 na anong magagawa ko? Hindi marunong maging presidente yung nakaupo. Kasalanan ko ba yun? And then, November 23, kinumpara namin yon. Ang sabi niya doon, this country will go to hell because the person na nakaupo is hindi marunong maging presidente and who is a liar. So nakita namin yung pattern saka consistent na utterances. Then tinignan namin yung pangatlong line, ang sabi niya doon, alam ko si BBM may 5 impeachable offense, pero papasa ba dyan sa House? Siyempre hindi. Then pagdating sa November 23, sinabi naman niya doon na the President is lying through his teeth para makuha lang niya yung boto ng mga tao. Tapos minura niya sila, PI ka, BBM, Lisa Marcos, and former Speaker of the House. So, tiningnan namin, sino ba yung nagsasalita? Kung ang nagsasalita, Your Honor, is yung ikalawa sa pinakamataas na posisyon in public.
Stands to benefit.
Definitely, Your Honor, there is a tendency to stir up people against lawful government.
Kindly
With
wind up.
emphasis.
No more question.
Senator Judge Go.
Mukhang nakasama pa si Bongo. Actually, dadagdagan ko. Yung parte na sinabi ni Sara Duterte na ang laban wala sa EDSA, nasa loob ng Malacanang. Pwede nyo i-connect yun dun sa grave threat eh. Ibig sabihin, isa-storm nila ang Malacanang para makuha ang posisyon. Pwede yun eh.
Station of Senator Judge Villanueva.
in relation to the
Mhm.
query of
No,
Senator-
his manifestation, Your Honor.
No need, counsel. Proceed unless he asked you a question to save in the court's time. Please proceed with your cross-examination.
All right. I'll just transform it into a question. You were
Yes,
asked
you
about
can.
that December 2, 2024 letter, correct?
December 2, yes, sir.
Oo. That is the letter where you gave a schedule for the Vice President to attend, correct?
Yeah, signed by our assistant
Alright,
director.
but the
sir.
schedule that you gave was November 11, 2024 at 10 a.m. and then you gave the address. So in other words,
Sinabi ko na ho yan kahapon, typographical
okay,
error yun, sir.
my question naman is this if tama yung schedule sana at nakapunta si VP Sara, would it have affected your investigation?
Your Honor,
Yeah, of course.
even up till now, ready ho kaming tanggapin kung anumang information na threat against the life ng Presidente, continuous, ng Vice Presidente, continuous po yun. In fact, sabi ko nga kanina, yung intelligence service namin is may ginagawang monitoring from time to time dun sa threat to life against the Vice President, President, etc.
Okay, I'll move on to a new point. Now, let me show you a portion of the interview of Dempsey Reyes of the Philippine Daily Inquirer. Please direct your attention to paragraph 13 of the minutes of the meeting. This is also the transcription made by Agent Kalilong. Page 173 of
Pwede na ba?
Annex G9.
Galing, nag-editorialize sila, oh. Hindi na pinapakita yung buong document.
So,
Dapat.
here, it says, may press con kasi earlier than that, sabi niya na parang sabi niya lang, gusto daw siyang patayin daw according to her ni Speaker. That was during a press conference the day before, November 2022. So, considering that this is part of the minutes of the meetings, this is also part of the NBI's own records, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, my question is this. Did you issue a subpoena against Speaker Martin Romualdez, former Speaker Martin Romualdez?
Did you issue a subpoena? Kay Speaker Romualdez, sir?
Yes.
Wala sa power nila yun, eh.
Subpoena, wala pa kami
Congress yan, eh.
sufficient na.
So what's you did not issue?
Hindi kami nag-issue,
All right.
sir.
So in other words, for VP Sara, you issued not just one but two subpoenas. But
Because-
for the former speaker, you did not issue a subpoena. That's just a question.
There is an apparent commission of the crime for grave threats and inciting to sedition, sir.
I see. So for this particular portion, you just turned a blind eye and did not issue.
Well,
Anyway,
there is no
Mike,
validated information on that, sir.
Let the witness
answer. There was a question.
yeah, but based on
Counsel, kindly don't argue with the witness.
based on your testimony yesterday, you said that you have a system of evaluating factors, correct? My question to you is, based on that system, does Martin Romualdez have the capacity to execute a death threat, for example?
We haven't established any apparent crime committed by the former speaker.
Cybercrime kasi yung pinag-uusapan.
Sa issue na yan.
Yeah, at any rate, this minutes of the meeting, which you all confirmed that is part of the NBI's own record, isn't this information regarding the death threat against VP Sara?
Well, ang sabi po dyan, if I may read my press con, kasi earlier than that, sabi niya, sabi lang niya, gusto daw siyang patayin daw, according to her, ni Speaker, that was during a press conference the day before. Precisely, Your Honor, the reason why we issued a letter noong November 22 is to ask
Correct. Dapat siya ang humarap.
po yung facts and circumstances dyan sa issue na yan. But since hindi ho nag-appear ang Vice Presidente, wala ho talaga kaming mapagsimulan. Wala kaming validated information.
But you issued the subpoena against Dempsey Reyes, correct?
Yes, sir.
Pero ang tinanong nyo kay Dempsey Reyes, yung case lang against VP Sara. Hindi niya siya tinanong ng threats to her, correct?
Ha?
Well,
Hindi,
no.
Are you aware of the threats?
Ang focus ho ng investigation namin, the reason why we subpoena the late Dempsey Reyes is whether or not nag-utter ba yung Vice President doon sa statement niya na nag-contract na siya ng tao para patayin si BBM, si Lisa Marcos,
Okay,
at si former Speaker.
okay.
Sir, yun po yung focus ng investigation namin.
So despite that track, you still maintain that this part of the investigation, you did not have bias.
We don't have bias.
Argumentative,
All right,
Your Honor.
I'll move on.
Argumentative.
I'll move on.
Move on,
Let's go
counsel.
back to the investigation that you did,
Dirty tricks, oh.
Sara. So
Dirty tactics.
yesterday that the offended parties in this case, if at all, are BBM,
Ba't puro kayo dirty tactics dyan sa grupo ng depensa? Ba't puro kayo mga statement na inaatake nyo yung ano? Tapos we withdraw. No, it's okay. I withdraw. Dirty tactics yan, guys. Oo. Nagpa-plant sila ng seed of doubt. Tapos babawiin kunyari. No, dirty tactics yan.
Yes, sir.
So without
Dumi-dumi nyo.
any personal correspondences with them, you came to that conclusion,
The evidence is clear, sir.
according to you.
Oh, objection, Your Honor.
See? Argumentative, oh.
Wait.
Counsel-
We cannot let this
No,
pass.
that's part of
Argumentative.
The defense counsel, with all due respect,
Pikon,
be admonished from stating those unprofessional remarks. We are in front of national TV.
No, that's
That is his answer. If you are not satisfied with his answer, please don't lay any value to what the witness answered. Your Honor, may I move
dirty.
counsel-
This
The
reminder,
dirty lawyers nga kayo. Dumi nyo.
kindly avoid side remarks. Henceforth, the presiding officer will have it
Kanina pa niya ginagawa yan eh.
and whatever question you pose and afterwards withdraw will likewise be stricken off from the record so as to avoid
Objection, VP is incompetent daw. Not knowledgeable.
usually seen on TV
Tapos, sa bunga nga po kasi ng defense, nilipat yung basura sa Davao.
court.
Salamat sa super chat.
Reminded,
we will comply, Your Honor.
please proceed.
To
counsel for
clarify,
the respondent.
To clarify, Mr. Witness, yung NBI subpoena
Wala siyang paki doon. Nasabi na niya gusto niyang sabihin.
her being a respondent, correct?
Yes, sir.
Pero as a complainant, you did not issue.
We issued a letter, sir, December
No.
2.
As the complainant na siya yung subject naman ng threats, walang subpoena as to that effect.
Walang sampina, sir.
So in other words, hindi talaga siya naka-explain kasi what you sent out was a letter and not a subpoena.
Yung
Sabihin niya.
letter is to inform the Vice President na iniimbestigahan din namin yung threat against sa life niya. So therefore, kailangan namin yung presence niya or any information na pwedeng makatulong sa investigation.
Yun na nga, pero hindi niya siya sinenda ng subpoena. Isn't it that in a regular case, the prosecutor sends out the subpoena both to the complainant and to the respondent?
With the prosecutor, sir?
Yes. You're a lawyer, you know this.
What
When
do
you
mean,
file a
sir?
case before the prosecutor's office, the handling prosecutor issues out sa subpoena sa pareho.
Investigating officer sila, hindi sila prosecutor.
I think nag-appear yata ang Vice Presidente sa DOJ. Yun,
Alright.
doon ako na-inform.
Okay, I'll move on to a new point. About the
Ang
reversal,
prosecutor sa DOJ.
there was a initial finding on February 5 and then it was eventually reversed. Now, would you agree with me that the rectifications that you made for the first affidavit of investigation were procedural deficiencies?
Procedural deficiencies.
Like the
No,
TSN,
it's part of the case build-up, Your Honor.
but what you added were TSNs, affidavits of your own agents, correct? Don't you consider that as...
Those were affidavits.
Yes, but don't you consider that those as procedural and not substantive?
Part of the evaluation and case build-up, yes, sir.
All right. But in effect, the substance of the case remained the same.
Walang nabago ho sa affidavit, sa una at sa pangalawa, parehas po yun.
Very good.
sir.
So in other words, wala kang no additional discussion on the merits of the case.
On the merits of the case, yung findings namin, hindi ho nabago
All
yun,
right.
sir.
Very good. So no additional witnesses were interviewed.
What do you mean, interview, sir?
Wala nang additional interviews. Kung ano yung sa first affidavit nyo, yun na rin yung sa second affidavit. Wala nang additional interviewees.
Kung, I think, ang naalala ko, 6 ho na media personalities ang na-interview namin at yun ho yung nag-reflect sa nag-reflect sa affidavit. At the same time, we tried to issue subpoena sa, I think, head ng ABS-CBN.
I understand that, but be more responsive.
Your Honor, if I may, the witness is still in the process of answering
Yeah,
his,
but
the
Your Honor,
question,
but the
and
answer
the-
is not
Exactly.
responsive. Eh. My question is
let
very
him
simple.
finish first, with all due respect, Your Honor.
With the permission of the counsel for the parties. Attorney Latok, the question was, sa pagitan ng una at pangalawang sinubmit ninyo sa DOJ, may mga testigo ba kayong dinagdag sa pangalawa niyong submission sa DOJ? O pareho din po yung mga testigo, nilakip lang yung mga affidavit na hindi na ilakip dun sa unang pagsubmit?
Yeah, insofar as I'm concerned, Your Honor, parehas lang po.
Okay.
All right.
May proceed, Counsel.
But we will never know that for sure because you never released your first affidavit of investigation, correct?
Well, I think it's in the DOJ.
Sa
Ang
DOJ
binigay
yun.
sa amin yung certification kung ano yung mga requirements na dapat namin i-comply.
Yeah, but what you attach, when you received the subpoena from the House Committee on Justice, which was used as the basis for the articles of impeachment, the first affidavit of investigation was never included, correct?
Yung nag-submit ho dyan, Your Honor,
Hindi na kailangan eh.
Agent Kalilong, wala akong idea
Hindi
dun
joke
sa
lang. All right, that's okay.
person.